now. There we go, problem solved. I want to take an opportunity to sit down and just play Lego Batman for a good few hours rather than keep doing it in like hour and a half, 2 hour installments. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's turn on all of our modifiers, extras, that's what they're called. I don't actually remember which levels I have and haven't finished now. Did I finish the Joker's levels? Because I don't remember. I haven't finished the Riddler's levels, I know that much. I think we've done 3 of 5, because we haven't done either of the Two-Face levels yet. So we'll go do them. We'll make sure story mode is all done and dusted. And then I'm gonna before we start, I want to double check whether I have actually done the Joker's levels or not. 3 of 5. No, we haven't, so that's Mothman's level, I believe. Alright, we'll do these 2, and then we've got 2 left of the Riddler's levels, and then we'll start doing some free play. Oh, actually, we'll do these 2, and then we'll get Invincibility, because Invincibility is the Joker's last level. So we want that before we move on. I actually don't remember this level at all. Can you fly? No, you can glide. Okay. Invincibility, I have a feeling, is 1 million, which I think we're on like 800,000. So I'm not overly worried about getting enough to afford it. Although, I am wondering if maybe I should get ×4 first. Because ×4 is 2 million. So seeing as we are already quite close to getting 1 million, maybe we'll do that. We'll finish this level, and hopefully by the time we finish this level we'll have... No, I just said it's 2 million, not 1 million. Well, we still need to do the free play to get the ×4 unlocked. Oh, he's got a gun. Oh, shit. Oh, I needed to do that anyway. Where's the Joker? I feel like I was meant to unlock something for him so he could get in. Or, like, climb up to get to us. But I'm not 100% sure. Can I go back up? Yes. Although, the ladder is gonna piss me off because he moves right on it, so he jumps himself off. Okay, what if I start on the left? Go on, please just make it all the way up, thank God. How does the Joker get... Oh, he can get here himself, he's just being an idiot. Well, I faffed about with that ladder for no reason. Although I think I need to glide over here anyway. And then I need the Joker up here. Unless this is an extra thing. Oh, no, missed. I have a feeling that might be an extra thing anyway. Not like a... needs to be done now. Where am I supposed to be going? Maybe I need a police car. I need to... I thought maybe I could hit that and it would break it. That doesn't seem to be the case. Well, where do you want me to go then? It looks like I need to go up there. So maybe I was meant to glide over and reach the other side of that, like, building. Ah, oh, fuck's sake. There we go. Okay, I need to... Oh! My god, I'm dumb. Oh, that means you've got... I'm just going to let him and see if the AI makes his way up by himself. No, I didn't think it would. For fuck's sake. There we go. With 5 minutes in, and I've already had enough. I know at some point they did, in the LEGO games that is, make the ladders work better. Oh, Jesus Christ. Because that is a it's like staring at me, it's fucking terrifying. That is a general issue that the games had for a little while. Was that the ladders were just shit. You know what? Fine. So I'm assuming, like, I don't remember it being an issue in some of the later games. I think by LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean it was okay. But I can't remember how much longer we have until we reach that. Money. I don't actually remember checking, like, what was after this game. I'm pretty sure it's LEGO Indiana Jones 2. Which, I mean, they made a sequel to that, to LEGO Indiana Jones, fucking quick. Because if so, then they only had one game between the two. But I suppose if they made a DC game and a Indiana Jones game, they must have had a, like... What am I thinking of? A license to make. Are they both? No, I might be talking about my arse because I can't remember what. I don't know if it's the same studio. I'm just looking to see if I can find the... So yeah, after this it's LEGO Indiana Jones 2. And then Harry Potter's Years 1 to 4, and after that it's two of my favourite LEGO games. Star Wars Clone Wars, which is just one of the... I haven't played it for a long time, but what I remember of it, it was one of the most fun LEGO games I have played. And LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean. I think both of them were a good time of LEGO games where they weren't massively overcomplicated, or like not even overcomplicated, it's just because I still really like the newer games where they have a lot more features and stuff. I just think that for their time, the LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean and LEGO Clone Wars were just really good. I really don't remember this level. Like I thought as I played it, it might trigger some memory. Maybe, to be honest with you, maybe I never completed this level in my old like save. Maybe we'll go have a look and see what I actually did do in my old save, because I have a feeling I focused quite heavily on getting the times, the multipliers, rather than the like progressing through story mode. So I think I probably just completed most of the Riddler's levels rather than any of the Joker's levels. Maybe I just erase this memory from my... But I swear I remember playing a level as Mothman. I have like a memory, because at the time of me completing the LEGO games, it was during lockdown. So I have like this memory of talking to a friend about stuff. And like playing the game. And I remember playing as Mothman at the time. And I do... Nope, that's a helicopter. I was about to say I remember making this robot, and it's not a robot. At least I don't think it is. It looks like it's going to be a helicopter. Yeah. Go. Wrong button. Does it have a gun? Oh, it does. Hang on a minute. Can it destroy silver things? It can. I might be able to get a mini kit. Well, broke it. I like how the gun points down, but it fires up. We'll come back to that in a sec. I want to try and get this mini kit. And also just use this to absolutely... No, I have definitely played this level. I remember that. I remember the park. That was the area I was thinking of when I was saying I remember playing as Mothman. I was thinking of this park. So I must have played it. I just don't remember much of it. Mini kit. Have I killed everyone now? I think so. What's this? Is this a robot? No, it looks like another helicopter. I think this is just like a co-op. If you're playing with 2 people, they get a helicopter as well. Can you... No. I thought I might be able to destroy the door with it. Okay, I think we need to use a police vehicle to break down this gate. I thought I might have to use a car instead of the motorbike, but it's clearly a very powerful motorbike. Oh, fuck, you're not there. Mini kit. Is this a climbing frame? Oh, look at that. I am a genius. Stop breaking the tree and shoot back, dumbass. Piss off. Maganome. And you've been known. What was the point in pushing the or breaking the ladder down if I didn't need to go up there with the other character? Maybe it's another co-op thing to try and make the other player feel included. Money! Give it all to me. So that's our 1 million. Because we were 820,000. I just want to see how much more we can get. Because I think it probably is going to be a good idea to go for ×4. Because you think at the moment, the extra million isn't going to take us that long to get. Whereas it would take us twice as long to get. So, hang on. Either way, I'm going to need to get 3 million. If I get 1 million more, and then buy ×4, it will then take me like an 1/8 of the amount of time it took to get the previous million to get another million. Whereas if I use this million to buy invincibility, I've then got to try and it's going to take me 8 times as long as it would have done to get 1 million, plus then having to get a second million, so it would be like 16 times as long. My maths there is not entirely correct, because it's just not. But the rationale is somewhat understandable. What am I doing, sorry? I'm just kind of stomping around at the moment. Trucks are weaker when the hatches... You got to stomp on the ones when their hatches open. Well, someone open up then. I'm coming to stomp on you. Well, that's cool. See, that's exactly what this game needed. Is it told me there what to do, and there's just been too many boss fights and extra parts of levels where that's not been the case. And that was so easy. Like, all it had to do was give a little pop-up and be like, da da da, this is this when this is this, and it's simple. Oh, I have to kill these guys first, don't I? There we go. Get stomped on, mate. Sorry, I'm just turning around my robot. There we go. See, I also knew there was a robot as well. Come on, then. That's what you get for trying to take my girlfriend. Hello. It's got a spotlight, but then kill them all. That always felt like a really quick level. I don't know. Oh. Was I at 1,820,000? And not 820,000. I could have sworn I did not have that much money when I went into that level. Well, seeing as we do now, let's go and redo this level in free play. To get, what do you call that? ×4. Money, there we go. I know I have to go in here for something, don't I? But I think this is counted as a separate room. So you don't get the, you don't get the pop-ups until you're in here. Oh, I remember now, it's over here you get the snowman, but you have to mind control. What's this? Oh. I haven't... Do I got a character that can mind control? There we go, Scarecrow. Oh, but I don't remember where the other two are. They're probably silver objects, aren't they? There's one. Am I supposed to go? Can I go through here? Is that a thing? Where's the other snowman? One of these things? No. Am I supposed to move this? I'm gonna drive over everything. Maybe it's Up. Right. I'll get pretty sick of being shot in the face. Fuck off. Oh, is it this? Yes! There we go. I didn't actually make it. Where's Mothman gone? Fucking flew, Jesus Christ. Just launched him across the fucking level. I don't remember how many of the mini-kits, like... I'm pretty sure we got the hostage the first time I played the level. We've only got 4 at the moment. I just... beat the system. How do I get up there, though? Oh, there's like a metal thing to climb as Robin. Oh, there's the red brick. How does one get in there? I'm not allowed to walk on that. For some reason in my mind it was like toxic stuff, so you could walk on it as certain characters. Oh, I see how I get to... Oh no, the hostage is there. Need... Do I get something special for getting all the hostages? Like, do you unlock a character or something? I know you unlock a character when you finish you 100%. You get Ra's al Ghul, which is cool. Because he is... he's like... just not very commonly thought of. Like, when people think of Batman, you think of all of these villains, like Penguin, Joker, Riddler, everyone like that, but Ra's al Ghul is one of the coolest villains in like Batman and stuff, because you also see him with, what do you call it, Green Arrow in the Arrow TV show, but also Damian Wayne. Why are you being fucking stupid? Just Damian Wayne, Batman's like biological son, is Ra's al Ghul's grandson, because the mother is Talia al Ghul, which is kind of cool. So Ra's al Ghul is actually quite incremental. Incremental? I don't even know if that's a word or if I've just made it up, to be honest. He's quite important in the Batman universe, is what I'm trying to say. Oh yes, we need Robin. Where you at, boy? I think I looked it up before, didn't I? The Robin in this game is Dick Grayson, the first. The first of all the Robins. Don't kill me. Very kind. I watched you shoot him in the face. Don't even pretend like you didn't. I don't even know if this gets us a mini kit or not. I would assume it does. I can't see why it wouldn't. The other thing that I think later games do a little bit of a better job at than this game does is having sections where you can move through them more easily in free play because characters can do things. So like in this game, you do have Ivy being able to double jump, and that meaning that you don't have to do some of the sections. But it would have just been cool if instead of like a block, you had a... Although actually I suppose we do have Mr. Freeze, who is able to move through toxic gas. But I don't know, just something where a character, like, later on could deal with it, rather than having... I need that, Robin. He's got all my pieces. Rather than having to kind of do everything. Fucking just push it. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Robin, where you gone, boy? Struggling with ladders still. That's 25. I mean, there's a marker right here, so I assume filling this up does give us a mini kit. It does indeed. Actually, there you go. Look what happens when you use your brain. It's crazy. I mean, at this point, it's not like... Can I not? Killer Croc is a strong character though, isn't he? Weird. Why is it not? Do I have to control him from here? There we go. He just fucking phased through the wall. So I did enough of it. What is that now? 9. Alright, only one more. But I do have a feeling that the last one is in the boss room. Because I think you have to go use Robin's magnet suit to go across, or to get up one of like the things at the side. But now that I've said that, actually, this room here, I believe, is the last room. Let me in. Let me in. Yeah. Holy shit. There's a fuck ton of purple studs up there. I'm having them. Let me just... Yeah, I'll fight you in a sec. Let me just get purple studs. Oh, see, now you killed me. And you done it again. Oh, because he like skids round it. Okay. That's odd. Fine, I'll just take the long route round. Just need the mini kit and then I can leave. What? He just decided not to. And we're off. Everything fucking aches. And that means we can get ×4 and we will officially be rich. So on a level there where we made about 350,000, not really doing much, to be fair. I wasn't exactly like actively destroying things. So if we can make that much from just a basic level, then I think by the time we've finished free play, or not even free play, like story mode of this last Joker level, we have enough to get invincibility. Which, thank fuck for that. 4 x 4. We're gonna have money pouring out of our pockets soon. I want to see how much I can get from this. Fucked up me. Oh, I could have gotten a lot more if I just, like, not failed at jumping, really. Last one. Dying of laughter. I'm aiming. We started today about 50% completion. I'm aiming to be at 75 to 80% by the time we finish today. Because the story mode, because most of our streams so far we've done the story mode and we made it to 50% in story mode. But actually, free play, if you do free play properly and get everything, you gain, like, you move up so fast. So I think I think it should be fairly easy to get the 75%, because if you think about it, like, story mode is only one aspect of it, but then in free play you get the extra, you get the hostage, and you get the true hero and mini kits, or true villain, or super villain, or super, yeah, whatever it's called. So it should be fairly easy to unlock everything. The only thing that is going to hold us back and is going to limit us is definitely Arctic World, because of that fucking mini kit where you have to, like, go down the slide and try and get it as you're going down. It's the most awful, like, crap mini kit any LEGO game has ever gotten. That level is just one of the worst levels in any LEGO game ever, because of that. It is the reason. I would hazard a guess that it's the reason. It's the, like, the one thing that people don't get when they try and 100% the game. I don't think there is any real, like, trick to it or anything. It's just like a do it and just keep doing it until you manage to do it. It's like the epitome of, if you do the thing and you do it right. I don't even know why I'm destroying these. I'm just killing time because I don't know how to progress at this level at the moment. And, like, just look how much money we have. We're not far off having, like, gained 1 million at the beginning of the level. I think before we do the Riddler's next levels, I think what I might do is go into, like, extras and get what are you up there? Fucking stop shooting me. Get stud magnets and, like, fast build and just a few kind of quality of life, I guess is what you'd call them. Only really stud magnet and... Oh, do I need to go up here? I don't think so. Yeah, only really stud magnet and fast build, because those two just make everything happen a bit faster. And then when we go into free playing the hero missions, I'll look at, because the heroes have their own extras, like you have, like, fast grapple and things like that, so I'll just look at the ones that are going to be most useful for completing things quickly, and we'll worry about getting those ones first. I don't know where I'm meant to go. Do I need to shoot? There's like a ladder there. Am I meant to shoot that down? Or maybe I need to go up here. No, I can't hit it from here. It definitely looks like I'm supposed to be going up there. Where am I going? Your poison ivy thing there. Which I can't do. Oh, is it one of the Joker things where... Oh, I can see the thing now. I swear that wasn't there. Oh no, it's just the lighting is bad. And it's directly on a circle. Okay, that's my bad. Coin. Please don't make those noises, Joker. It's weird. Jesus Christ. I highly doubt it, but imagine how cool it'd be if I could get the extra, like, in the story mode. I didn't even have to worry about free playing it right now. Like I said, I highly doubt that's going to be possible, and I imagine I will definitely need to free play it. But it'd be cool. What's this gonna do? Oh, I thought it was gonna break the window. That was really cool, like artwork on the window. It looks like Batman. I don't know if it's meant to be, or if it's just meant to be like a generic knight in kind of black armor, but it does look cool. Oh, we're going back down. Whoops. Way to jump off it and then jump back onto it to press the buttons. There we go. And up we go. Oh. Was I meant to be able to get him there? Or was I supposed to get him somewhere else and it like glitched out and put him there? Who knows? I can't get... Come on, Joker. I need your, like, zappy hands. Oh, shit. That's fine. He'll respawn. Not the time to lag. I don't want to die. I'm going to play as the Joker because his gun is better. He shoots lots of bullets. What am I meant to do with this? Am I missing something? Oh. You can just double jump straight through it. Oh, sorry, Harley. Upwards and onwards. I'm kind of excited now that I know the Lego Harry Potter game, because I kind of forget they exist, to be honest with you. But now that I know it's not that far away, I'm kind of excited about playing that one, because I haven't played that since I was very young. I wouldn't say they're like particularly amazing, but I think just because they have some more mechanics than... Not even more mechanics, just different mechanics. It'll be fun to play them again. Ultimately, I'm just really looking forward to playing any game that I haven't played in recent history. So this one is obviously less fun because I've played it so many times recently. And because of that, I think LEGO Harry Potter will be a very fun one to play, as will LEGO DC Supervillains, because I don't know anything about that. But I don't know how I feel about the Hobbit games. Definitely ones that I'm kind of a little bit dubious of, because I don't know how much I don't know much. I've never watched the films, I'll be honest. But yeah, I don't know if they've got anything necessarily massively different about them, or if it's just kind of a... I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if they're just a bit more simple, because they seem to be, from what I've seen. A bit less, like, interesting. But we'll see. Oh, don't. Well, I didn't finish building the ladder. There you go, mate. LEGO Ninjago is another one I'm excited about, because I've played a very little bit of it, and it's very different. It was one of the first ones, I think, that had like a bit more of a combat system than just spamming square or X. So that it's just got a little bit more interesting. But actually, thinking about it, I haven't heard massively good things about LEGO Ninjago. So I don't know if it's as good as it looks. Oh, hello. Everything's just stopped. My headset stopped itself. Good timing though, because at least it was at the end of a mission. And weirdly, it's not my camera. It wasn't my camera's fault this time, because the camera's not stopped itself, it's still going. So we'll quickly relaunch the game so I can get my audio back, because that disappears when I have this issue. Or we'll just quickly try and see if reconnecting the headset. No, it's reconnected, but not getting any audio. How much was 4 times then? Because I'm already back up to... I'm already on 2.2 million. So Maybe 4 times wasn't actually that expensive. But that is officially the end of... No, it's not. What am I on about? I was about to say it's officially the end of story mode, but it's not, because we've still got those Riddler levels to do. But, first things first, I need to get past all these cutscenes and stuff so that the audio isn't deafening. And then we'll have a quick look. I want to have a quick look at my old save and just see what I did and didn't do in the old save. Even in my old save, I messed around with audio as well because it was clearly too loud there. Extras. Oh, I must have bought all the times. I had all of the same multipliers that I would have now. I hadn't finished Riddler's Revenge. I hadn't even really started the Penguin or the Joker. So, to be honest with you, we're not that far off. In this save, we're not that far off where we are in the streaming save we have. Let me just check villains and see. The other thing we can do as well that'll help boost our percentage is buying characters and ships and all of that crap. So I think I probably bought. Yeah, I can see them walking around. I think I've probably bought just about every character I can. Here, we've done all of this. I got it in this save? I hadn't expected to have, like, ever gotten it, to be honest. That's mad. Right, the score times 4 was apparently 2 million. So God knows how I've still got loads of money. Stud Magnet is 2-1. And then Fast Build is 3-1. And Invincibility is 3-5. Okay, so we want to do 3-1, 3-5, and 2-1. Before we do any of that, though, I'm going to turn our extras on. And I want to see if I can get Arctic World done. Because I want that, like, weight off my mind. I might also go and buy some characters and just see how much it boosts. Have we unlocked every character now? We must have done. No, how have we not? That's just plain. I don't know. Let's just buy everyone. So we're at 54.7. So we were at 54.7. And we've now reached 63. So that boosted us nearly 10%. I don't think... I'm going to check something. Because you have these. Oh, I thought you had to buy... Oh, you do have to buy these. Do they boost? Do you have to get them for percentage? Oh, they do. Okay, well, let's get all them as well. Do they increase in price? They do. Can't even afford them all. Oh, wait, yeah, I can. So that has drained the 2 million that we basically had. But we're basically at the percentage I wanted to get to today. So I think we're not going to have any issues reaching 80% completion today, and then next stream we might even be able to finish off the game. Arctic World. I'm gonna select a penguin minion because we need a penguin minion to complete the like, you got no hope of getting anywhere without the penguin minion on that, like, what do you call it? The slide thing. Thought I might be able to just jump over rather than have to glide. Where is he? There he is. I still remember quite a lot of this level of, like, I thought I might be able to do it myself, of like how to do it, kind of, because I did this bit so many times trying to get the mini kit on the other save, which I thought I'd given up. I thought I hadn't managed to do it, but I clearly at some point went super ultra turbo mode and managed it, which I genuinely don't remember doing. There better not be that glitch where it, like, doesn't register I've gone through them that we had with the other part of this level, because that will infuriate me. If we manage to complete it, but then it doesn't register that I've done it, I will lose my shit. And if it lags and that's what fucks us up, I will lose my shit equally as much. On the plus side, at least I've nearly got supervillain. That man be revving that engine hard, god damn. I wonder what the Batmobile does 0 to 60 in. Is the Batmobile, like, road legal? Surely not. Like, it's got, like, missiles and shit on it. No way that's, like, legal to have. Even in America. Oh, there is a minikit up there. Alright, well, we'll go get that. Just for the sake of getting something out of this if I don't manage to get the Arctic World minikit. See. Did I scroll past him? Oh, I did. Oh. A crap thing. Isn't the penguin, like, a known villain? So surely having, like, an entire theme park dedicated to him, or, like, presumably owned by him, is not good. Minikit. No, wait. And we got that one down there. And it also says there's one, like, back here. Oh, there is. See this, like, the mini kit where you have to go down, like down the slide, wouldn't be nearly as annoying if it wasn't such like pain in the ass to reach that point of the level. My fucking heart's racing just knowing what I'm about to reach. Alright, penguin minion. Return this guy into penguin minion as well. Like, I shit you not. I need to wear like a heart rate monitor while I do this bit. Okay, where do I need to be first? I've missed the first one. No. It's like, that is fucking impossible. Like, I actually don't know how you're supposed to do that. I'm gonna watch a walkthrough and see how someone else does it. Because surely there's like a reliable way to do it, and I just don't know how. Yep, just skip forwards. Get me to the Arctic World. Not the Arctic World, the slide mini kit. Okay. Okay, so swapping character seems to be like the technique. Because it slows you down momentarily. They didn't do it with the penguin minion, so maybe that's not... And I mean, if I'm swapping character, I guess I don't need to do it with the penguin minion. Alright, let's go again. Oh, we got Nightwing this time. At least this makes me loads of money. I'm getting the speedrun tactics going now. So, from what it looked like, you have two on the right. I'm actually going to rewatch it because I want to know exactly what I'm doing. There are... You want to be stood on the far right to begin with. Go through that one. And the moment you get through the second one, you move over to the left with the other character. And then there's a left tunnel. So there's only 5 in total. There's 2 on the right and 3 on the left. No, stop it. I ain't got time for your shenanigans today, Harley. I'm not going to stop until I've gotten this mini kit now. I have to do it. It'll, like, drive me crazy knowing that at some point I have to do it, so I want to get it done now. So it's not sat on my mind. Oh, you know what? Actually, if I don't get it this time, I'm going to go get invincibility first because it's starting to annoy me. No, in the snowmobile. Oh, I need to sneeze. Get in the fucking snowmobile! Jesus Christ. Right. Let's go. Stop. I'm directing you away. That's another thing that annoys me about this game. I don't know if it's all LEGO games, because I've never paid much attention to it. But the characters have, like, a lock-on where they will automatically attack the, like, things that you've been attacking. And no matter how much you try and direct them away from it. So there, I was pressing square to try and shoot the cops. But it was constantly, like, attacking a even though I was pointing him in the other direction, he was still moving away to break the items, which is just irritating. Alright, come on. Let's go again. I got it this time. Oh my god. She, like, instantly flew over to the left. Get over there. No! No! Ugh. Fuck's sake. Such a shit mini-kit! Is there a code? Oh, no, there wouldn't be. There is no way to avoid this. You just have to keep doing it over and over again. Fuck's sake. It's like, it's already annoying me and I'm only on attempt 2. Let's go get invincibility. I want to play as Catwoman. Right, I need Poison Ivy. Starting to remember why I don't typically do, like, long sessions on LEGO games now. Because they start to irritate me fairly quickly. It's fine, once we get past the earlier games, they won't irritate me nearly as much. There's just elements of these games that is, like, frustrating as hell. I need Batman. I need to get up here. Ah, you twat. And then I've got to knock down. Can I hit these guys from here? I just want them to stop fucking shooting me. Like, piss off. At least he seems to have, like, forgotten how to aim. No, never mind. He remembered. What's this for? Oh, I have to clean the floor with it. I remember now. The Arctic World mini-kit wouldn't be nearly as bad if there was some sort of, like, exploit where you could just, like, quick restart and end up back in the, like, back at the top of the slide or something. So you didn't have to restart the level every single time. Because it's not just the fact the level takes fucking forever. It's also the fact that you have to go through, like, the loading screens and shit just to be able to restart the level. But we're going to do it, because I made a promise to 100% them, even if it means losing my fucking mind trying to get one mini-kit. Have I missed a spot? There's some up here I need to get. Oh yeah, so we're in the corner. Come on. Up the stairs. Security guard just forgot I existed for a minute there. He was like, oh, hang on a minute, I'm supposed to be shooting him. What are we on for mini kits? We've only got 2? Jesus Christ. Let's go up and get that one. I don't remember how I got up there in the first place. Did I just like double jump up? Yeah. I know I literally just did this, but I've already forgotten. No, I remember. We use this, it breaks shit, and then we do shit. Please stop. Like, it's just the little things like that, where in the later games you can't take damage while you're building. It's just little things like that that make the game so much more fun to play. I'm also about to die. Piss off. Let's go. Up. What are you doing over there, mate? Let's try again. Okay. You fucking... I swear to fuck. Please, just do it. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my... There's something about this game, Lego Batman, that just incites a fucking, like, rage in me. I swear I haven't gotten this angry at any of the other games. Like, the other games have irritated me, this game has actually angered me. Because it just feels like they just didn't put any effort into actually making things control well. Like, everything just feels... It's not, no, it doesn't even not control well. It's just there's so many things that are a little bit off what they should be. Like the ladders and like areas of landing and just little things like that. It's like, well, they clearly haven't spent the time to make those things work. And don't get me wrong, making games are hard, especially when it 2013 or whenever this one came out. But there are things that I'm like, well, I feel like this could have been fixed. Have I missed some mini kits as well? I think there's some. Yeah, there are. What getting there? Oh. Why were you like insistent on standing on the square that I'd already stood on? Do I need to use... Maybe if I break this. Aha! I'm a genius. What's that done? Anything useful? Oh, and there's the hostage. How do I get up there? Am I just supposed to, like... Oh, no, I must be able to get up there because There's a mini kit over there. Hmm. Okay. No. Oh, fuck's sake. Maybe I can glide over if I get up, back up there again. No. There we go. Use my brain. It does work occasionally. Mr. Freeze, where you at, boy? There he is. What the fuck? What was that? Oh. I see. Nope. There we go. Oh, you know what? Can't be bothered. He'll appear up here with me in a sec. I've only got 2 left, and they seem to be... They look like they're coming out of the belt. Is it literally just like... Oh wait, no, there's silver stuff to break. Are these the water cannons that I use in, like, the hero version of this mission? Oh. I feel like that's not correct. See, I think it looks like I need to do this. And then do it again. There we go. And is that the same for the other side as well? Because it also seems to be like directly below the bell. No, it's not. It's below this bell. Maybe I just have to shoot this bell over and over again. I don't know. No, you are double jump character. You can get up here quite easily. Let's try the same thing. Never mind, the AI has decided that he's going to go do his own fucking thing. Hang on a minute. There's still a bit of silver here. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Don't think so. It does seem to be directly below the bell. But then the bell doesn't do anything. So I don't know. I think it's time for a walkthrough. Dying of Laughter Lego Batman walkthrough. I've searched it in the past. I must have needed this. Oh wait, no, I think I searched it in the past when I couldn't figure out. No, I must have had, like, because I didn't search it for this, did I? When I did the level like half an hour ago on story mode, I didn't search a walkthrough then, so. Oh yes. 2 unskippable ads. Yay. I don't know. This person did just shoot the bells. But I can't seem to hit this bell with that gun. It looked like they shot one bell and there we go. You had to hit them together. Save and exit. Go get invincibility and try and do Arctic World again. I'm not happy about it. But at least once we have Arctic World done, I can then do the other 2 missions, because we need to do one of them anyway to get Stud Magnet. So we can do the other one, and then we might as well just do the last of the levels, the last level we'll have left, and then we'll have finished the penguin stuff. That was only 500,000? Fucking hell. They did make, like, pretty much everything cheaper in this game compared to the previous few games, which is pretty cool. Arctic World, free play. Take Harley Quinn. Fuck it, why not? Oh, we got Batgirl and Nightwing. So we've got the 2 alternatives. Alright, no fucking about this time. I have invincibility now, so I can just sprint past everyone. Completely ignore them. That's exactly what I intend to do. Need a double jump character. That'll do. Don't start kissing them, just pull the lever. Fuck out my way, I need to pull the lever. Oh, for fuck's sake. Pull the fucking lever! I swear to God, I'm going to throw my fucking controller through the screen. Jesus Christ. It's this level. This level just... just knowing that I'm going to have to do this like 7 more times, because I probably won't manage it this time, like, irritates me. Thank God. This level really does feel like a joke from the developers. Because it's not even like it's just that mini kit that's dumb as shit, but it's also like they've put in... The mini kit is locked behind this, which you can't, even in free play, you can't get around doing all this. Like, they could have made it silver, so you could have just blown it up and moved on with the level quite quickly. But they locked it behind the ice, which you then have to go and get this thing for. Because, like, in the main... Or I suppose there is the problem that if they'd done it behind the silver, then the penguin could have blown it up. But they could have just altered slightly how the characters reach this point. Like, not have them go up a ladder on the other side, so they couldn't, like, the penguin couldn't get to that area until the ice was broken. So that you couldn't get past it in the main story, but in free play you could. And then you got this, like, 2 different unskippable little mini cutscene things that drag out the length of the level. That's really annoying. That even with invincibility, you still can't build without... You still, like, get... Are you fucking joking? That was the entire reason I bought invincibility. Was so that I could build without having it be cancelled by taking damage. It's really fucking annoying. Where's the Joker? I just want to shoot everyone. Oh. I don't even want to. Because I'm probably not going to get it this time. And I'm going to do it, fuck it. I'll just do it again. Over and over and over again. Just let me in. Alright. Off we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's a fucking joke of a level. It's actually so dumb. I'm gonna be here for hours trying to do this shit. Well, go again. I refuse to stop doing this level until I've done it. Because just knowing that at some point I'm going to have to do this level is making me not want to play the game. Like, I don't want to do anything else because I know I'm going to have to do this level at some point. And just that alone annoys me. I just want to double check that I can't just, like... Or, like, I don't know, sonar it or something. No. Okay. See, I've gone quiet because I'm currently feeling very serious about just trying to get through this without having a mental breakdown. Because I guarantee as well it's gonna, yeah, interrupt me. Why can't I build it? Oh, because I'm missing a bit up here. I thought I'd broken it for a second, was going to have to restart again. Some interesting noises coming from Harley. I need alcohol, that's what I need. I need to do this level like, and every time I fail it, I do a shot of vodka or some shit. No, because then I'd get drunker and progressively worse. So it wouldn't help me in the end at all. It made me feel better about it. But I wouldn't end up getting anywhere. Because I'd end up just drunk and unable to, like, play the game properly. I do apologise about this just complete lack of commentary. It's difficult to commentate the same thing over and over again. Especially when you have that, like, looming fear and just knowledge that this won't be the last time you have to do this. Like, see? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it! No. The game the thing with it there is not only does it kind of lock you into hitting the same things over and over again, but it also has an insistent on making you melee. Like, if you're close to something, even if you're pointing away from it and you're like the joystick is pointing away from it, if you're near something you can melee, the character will melee that rather than shoot something else, which is just irritating. Because there, I was like aiming at the table to try and shoot the table, but it was meleeing other objects. Right. Oh no! No! Fucking! Oh my god! I'm so fucking sick of this shit. I can't even do the fucking first bit anymore. I either go... I'm just keep going around it because... The fucking hitbox is shit. Oh my god. Here we go again. This is the first time, other than, I imagine, when I played this myself... and finally did it. It's the first time that I'm, like, genuinely pissed off about this rather than just, like, irritated. Because normally, like, irritation and anger are very different. Like, being irritated is one thing. It's like, oh, that's annoying. Haha. Wish that hadn't happened. Anger is very different. Anger is like, I'm going to fucking put my controller through a screen in a minute. Which is what I'm feeling right now. Harley, I swear to God. For fuck's sake. Like, it's reaching the point where I think I might have to do this off stream. Because I'm worried that... Well, because one, I can then just sit and put YouTube on in the background or something. I'm not concerned with trying to, like, commentate this over and over again. But also because, like, I don't want to stream a fucking, like, anger outburst where I completely lose my shit over this level, because I can feel it. It's going to happen at some point if I keep failing. I'll give it, like, a few more tries, and then I'm going to give up and just say I'll do it another time off stream, where I'm less likely to break something. This is... It's actually funny as well, because this doesn't anger me. No, this angers me so much more than fuck, what's the like developers called? FromSoft. This doesn't annoy me nearly. No, this annoys me way more than a FromSoft game does. Like, I've finished Bloodborne, I finished Elden Ring, I've played a fair amount of Dark Souls 3, and they don't anger me nearly as much as this does. Even though I have spent hours stuck on boss fights in those games. Like, they annoy me. But this is angering because it's tedious. Like, you just have to keep going back to the beginning and doing the same thing you've done over and over again because of one little mistake. Like, there's no element of getting better at it. Like, a FromSoft game, you can do and be like, oh, yeah, I fucked that up. And then it's like just trying again. And the boss fight is a little bit different each time. Like, you're not just replaying the same shit. You see that? Like, I'm shooting and it's forcing me to go and melee things. Like, bad game design, TT. I love TT games. Their new games, great. They really fucked up this one. I don't know, there's just something about this is so infuriating. And I really don't want to. This is going to be my last attempt. If I don't get it this time, I'm doing it off stream. Because I think there's only so much more I can, like, handle of, like, pure anger from this game. Oh, shit. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Please. I'm begging you, I'm begging you. No, actually, get it, get it, get it. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, you have no idea how... Like, if I was wearing a heart rate monitor right now, I would tell you what my heart rate is. I don't know how long I was counting for, but, like, just in that moment I paused for, there were 12 beats there. Like, 12 heartbeats. And it wasn't even that difficult, it was just... I'm so glad that's over. I never have to do that again. And I never will. Like, if I ever actively decided to come back to this game in the future, I think I'd give myself a free pass. No, I wouldn't actually. I wouldn't be able, like, I wouldn't. My conscience couldn't bear it. I would heavily consider not ever doing that again, because it's just the most awful thing I've ever seen in a LEGO game. I'm gonna, like, there's gonna be something at some point that I'm gonna play, and it's gonna be like, oh, this is actually worse than the Arctic World minikit. Jesus Christ. Is that everything? Yes, I got the hostage, I'm pretty sure. Skip through it all. You have no idea how, like, overwhelmed with joy. I don't think my body language accurately, like, portrayed the level of joy I felt when I got it, or the, like, the tension in my entire body as I was, like, trying to make sure I didn't fuck it up. I'm not playing as Penguin. Penguin's a shit character. I hate the Penguin. I just think he looks shit in this game and is annoying to play as. Because his fighting is annoying. And, like, there's just... He ain't got much going on for him in this game. Carrot. I just jump over it. Fantastic. How do I get up there? Double jump? Double jump doesn't even get me that high. Maybe I can stand on one of these boxes. There we go. Okay, that's the cat. Oh, fucking hell. The only thing the Penguin's good for is his, like, penguin mines that just mean you don't have to go through the animation of the character putting down, like the Batman character putting down the mine. Where's my sonar gone? There he is. Or she, rather. break? Can Better Girl double jump? Does she like... No, she just like the Batman jump where she rolls. I didn't get any of the mini kits the first time I played this level. I did, to be fair, I did kind of like... Not speedrun it, because I tried to not refer to it as speedrunning. Because I didn't use any of like the special tactics of speedrunning or anything like that. But I did try and get through it pretty quick. Am I going to have to go back and get those like lorries now because I need them? I think I am. I didn't even know this was here. Damn. I also like the fact that I was talking like a load of shit about Penguin as a character before this level. And now I'm using him. He's just... his attacking is annoying. And I don't like his design. But he is a kind of convenient character. Because he has glide and bombs. Money! How do I get that? Can I even get that? I feel like I can't. I'm not going to glide far enough to get that. Maybe I can... No, you know what? I think it's there just trying to bait me. I need to get the vans. I think I need them both because I think one of them opens up that like container on the left. So I need this, and then I gotta like repair it and shit. Perfect. Jesus Christ, it's got some speed on it. Boom, straight through. How do I get in there? I think I do need the other vehicle. At least invincibility is paying off a bit now. There we go. Oh, and there's a purple stud in there as well. I'm going to kill these guys. I want to see if I can get the purple stud while the times 10 is still active. Nope. That's a shame. The other thing as well is this constant, like, choppy freezing is just annoying. But I don't know. That seems to just be a persistent issue. Like, I've googled it, and there doesn't seem to be a fix for it. People have been like, yeah, no, that's just LEGO games on PC. That's just how it is. So that's fun. But maybe it's, like, been fixed in more recent games. I can't be bothered, I'm just going to jump over it. Oh, it's a ladder. I feel like leaves could not support my weight. Or, like, to climb, that is. Not, like, in general. I missed one. Where? Oh. I have to do all of them. I'll do them when we get out of this room. How do I get to the other side? Can I just like... Oh. No. game wants me to do it properly. Oh. I didn't even need the... What does this do? Oh, it turns it. But I didn't even need it. Like, the penguin mine went where it was meant to go by itself. I think I can just double jump out of the water. Three, 4, 5. I nearly just didn't pick up the mini kit. I was like, oh, I've done it. There we go. I just walked away from it. Where? Oh, I go over here, don't I? Come on. Get out of the way. How many more have we got? 4 more. And they all seem to be in this area. Which would make sense, actually, because this is the last area. There's a scuba one over here. Not even a scuba one, it was literally just a... be in the water. I guess it's here. Is it just in the water? Or do I need like a boat for it or something? I forget how to get up there. And I also have a feeling I might need all of this debris. Any more for any more? No. Might as well turn that on while I'm here though, because I feel like it's important for something. Then we got to go in there. Which I'll do in a minute. But I want to know how I get... How do I get up there? I get up there using this thing. Oh, and then this will be the boat thing, right? We'll use this and then we can like use Techno Robin. My own crew have decided to like not abandon me, just they just didn't stop and wait for me. One of them was like, "Nah, I'm fucking off, mate. You want to take your time and like sniff the flowers and shit, then you can catch up to me." I need another lever as well now. Oh no, I don't. I just have to do that and then go back over here. And then the last two, we've got the one up the top and then presumably the one that's inside the door, locked behind the hearts. We'll go do the hearts door and then we'll go up and get the other one. Ooh, this is fun. This is fancy. I have a feeling this might be the room where we have to use the debris that we picked up with Robin. Yeah. Well, actually, they're all kind of just fighting each other. How much do we have so far? 10. I think one of the extras is like further reach or something, where you can... The debris has like a longer range. So that might be useful to go and get. There are a few of the suit upgrades, or like the hero extras, that I think would genuinely be good to go and get. So once we've finished these 2 penguin missions, maybe that's what we'll go do. Get a few of them, because they'll be useful just for free play, like the fast grapple and stuff like that. I'll see if I can find a list of all the extras once we finish this level, and then we'll decide which ones are actually going to be helpful and which ones are just kind of shit. I'm just going to ignore them and go up in the lift, to be honest. I'm off, mate. This one feels like one I could have gotten the first time I played this level. But I didn't. I don't know why. Oh well. Save and exit. Alright. Lego Batman suit upgrades. So, the suit upgrades we've got. Fast grapple would be useful. Fast batarangs, less so. More batarang targets, that'd be okay. Flaming batarang. Slam. More detonators. Armor plating. Sonic pain. Area effect. That one could be good. Because then Sonic just shoots up and it just affects everything nearby. So that could be good. Fast walk for the magnet suit could be good. Faster pieces would be good. And piece detector. So those 3. So we've got, that's 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5. 2, 3. Nope, sorry. 2, 4. And 1, 1. So we'll do those missions as well today, and then probably call it there, maybe. That'll be like another 5 more missions getting to be done. Stealing the show? Was that Catwoman's mission? Probably. I might have to go for a wee before we start this, actually. Yes, it is Catwoman. Right, I'm going to pop to the toilet. I'll be back in 1 moment. We are back. Get straight to it. I need to get up there. How am I getting up there? This thing? Ah, look at that. My brain is huge. Although I need to get even higher. And I'm not sure how. Maybe I need to move this or something. Aha! Continued proof that my brain is in fact huge. It's quite ironic that this is the level that gets us. Never mind, actually, I'm going to shut up. I was about to say this is the level that gets us fast build, and it would be useful for this level, but it's not even the level that gets us fast build. Fast build is 3-1, so actually I still have 6 more levels to do. Because I said I was going to get that as well. thought I might be able to make it. If I'd stayed up there, I probably could have done, because I could have just glided across rather than having to, like, jump down and build this thing. But, oh well. Oh, I still need to glide across anyway. One of 3. Where's she gone? I know this. That's just the Oh, thank you for that. Oh. Now that I've had that like euphoric rush from finishing Arctic World, I'm getting tired. I swear the lag's becoming more like frequent. It never felt like it was happening this often before, but now it lags 4 times and it's happening like quite regularly. You know, it's all the more motivation to finish the game and move on. I don't even know if I own Lego Indiana Jones 2. I think I do. I know I don't own Harry Potter, so I'll have to get that one. And it might be a good time to get them now because we've got Steam Summer Sale on at the moment, so they're all like £2. I used to have them all installed on my PC, and then I was like, I have no space left. It's probably because I've got every single Lego game downloaded. Or at least all of them that I owned. Yeah, this was one of the better, like, little mini boss fights. See, this, if it was made into an actual boss fight at the end of the mission, like, this would have been fun as a boss fight. I don't know why they didn't make this the boss fight at the end. Because it's inventive, it's different. But maybe I like it because it's quite quick. Like, you only have to do it a couple of times. And then you're done. Whereas obviously most of the boss fights go on for like half an hour, so. Absolutely destroyed all of them. I haven't seen any more of those signs that I need to be destroying. Unless I've missed them. I don't think I have, though. What'll that do? Activate. Oh, there they are. I found them. There's also something down here. Oh, it was just straight up down there. You coming back up? He'll find his way up. There you go. See? Told you. Oh, we've got to do all, like, the inside museum-y bit as well. I'll just go around it. Oh, that's a shame. I do like that it pushes you down here so you find the lever for it. Like, properly guides you to it. Which I'm not complaining about. That sounded sarcastic. It was. That's actually good, because I feel like some people would have gotten stuck with that. I didn't, but that's just because I'm a genius, so. got the red brick there? No. Just push it all the way down, push it down, push it down, push it down. And let's continue. Where am I going? I need to go this way. Because I couldn't have gone this way before because we didn't have a strong character. So there must be something I need over here. Can I push this any further? No. But I can move this. Why are there more of you? Oh, sorry, Ivy. I just murdered Poison Ivy. Whoopsies. Fine. I ran directly through that. But it's fine because I survived. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to jump over it. We need to get in there, like, because there's a mini kit in there. Jesus Christ, there's so many guards. And this guy. Oh, we need to use the attract suit, don't we? I really don't like that it's called that. I want it to be called something funny, like the sucky suit. We'll go find them now, though. One of the other suit upgrades that we could have gotten was Peace Detector, which is like 3.5, I think it is. Fuck off. What about enough of you guys? Of the like hero missions, so that one could also be quite useful to get. How did I not get this the first time I played the game through? Or the mission through? I just completely missed a mini kit just sitting there. Oh, I'm starting to get a headache as well now. I don't know. I think it was the stress from Arctic World. It's caused all sorts of illnesses in me. Might have to play some Bakery Simulator tomorrow to, like, recover. Unless I just want to, because I'm going to stream tomorrow at some point. But depending on how much we actually have left by the time I finish streaming, because if this headache doesn't go away, I'm not sure I'm going to manage to do all 6 of the levels I wanted to do. So if haven't got too much left to do, then I might stream this again tomorrow and just try and. Oh, what's that done? It's done literally nothing. If I still can't get in there. I thought that would like open up these doors so I could get to it, but it's not. It's just still stuck closed. That glitch, was it meant to have done that? I don't know, because I feel like I could have. Maybe I missed something and I couldn't have jumped over it before. Yeah. Oh well. Doesn't matter. I've got the mini kit now. Or the red brick, sorry. Hang on. No, we only have 8. Thought we might have, like, finished. And I hadn't realised. Boom. Although, to be fair, thinking about it, if we do all the missions that I want to do today, like the ones for the suit upgrades and everything like that, we'll probably be over 80% completion. And that would only really leave us with... Hang on, what was it? It was 5 of the hero missions. We've already done 5 of these plus... So 7, 8. We'd have finished 9 of the villain missions and 5 of the hero missions. So of 30 missions, that would leave us with 16 left to do. We would still have to do the story mode of the 2 Riddler missions. I don't know, I think it's doable. I think if I did stream this tomorrow, we could finish the game tomorrow. It's just annoying because there is no way to, like, check your time spent on the save. Like in other games, there's been, like, a counter. So you could see how long you've spent on the game. But you don't get that in this one, for some reason. And there doesn't seem to be any way to get it. Maybe it'll tell us at the end. Like we'll be able to see how long we've spent on the save. It's not my objective right now. I have a mini kit to collect. Which is where? It's apparently over here. It's up there. Oh, I see. Okay. So I don't even need to do any of the stuff I just did. I just needed to open my fucking eyes a little bit. See, like, that ladder there. That ladder worked perfectly fine. So why can't all of the ladders in the game just work normally? Fantastic. $74.7. Well, and that is actually, now that I think about it, that's Power Crazed Penguin complete. Let's fucking go. Happy about that. I think we go get these extras. And we'll do fast build, the mission for fast build. I don't even know if the extras would... Character studs, stud magnet. Stud magnet's helpful. Character studs isn't that great, but like, it's fine. Fast build, I think it was 3-1, wasn't it? Which is... Oh, that's the fucking carnival level with the insufferable music. What? fuck? Oh. I probably tried that the first time I did this mission as well, like, tried to double jump in and collect it. I was about to say, like, there's a serious lack of female characters in this game, because you only really have Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman. But then I kind of thought about it and was like, to be fair, there's a general lack of female characters in Batman anyway. Like, obviously we have Batgirl, and she is in this. Oh, wait. But in general, you don't really have... Maybe my mind's just going blank and I'm being dumb and there are plenty of female characters. But, I mean, there's Talia al Ghul. There's... See, I know that's not it. I know there's got to be more female characters in Batman. Female Batman characters. Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. To be fair, actually, looking at this, there aren't really. There's Cheetah. And that is about it for, like, notable characters. You've got Cassandra Cain and Stephanie Brown, who I believe were both Robins at one point or another. And Kate Kane? Who's Kate Kane? Oh, Kate Kane was one of the Batgirls. Or Batwoman, sorry. Oh, Kate Kane was Batwoman. And then Barbara Gordon was Batgirl. I swear Barbara Gordon was Batgirl. And then the events of The Killing Joke, where she was paralyzed, then meant that she became... Because she became paralyzed from the waist down. So she became the Oracle. So she could still help Batman. But I think Kate Kane was Batwoman and Cassandra... not Cassandra. Well, Cassandra Cain was Robin. But I think Barbara Gordon was Batgirl, Kate Kane was Batwoman. More you know. I might be completely wrong. I'm not really up to date on my Batman comics, to be honest with you, but... Like, there's plenty of DC. Like, female DC characters, because, like, you got Huntress was listed there as apparently a Batman character, but I didn't think she was that implicated with Batman or anything, so... But, you know, Wonder Woman... Lois Lane... and many others. My brain's just not working well enough to name them right now. Although I suppose actually, I think in general there seemed to be that male superheroes definitely outnumber female superheroes. Which is kind of unsurprising really when you think about the comics being written in like... when was Batman first written? 60s? No, it must have been earlier in the 60s because Adam West's show was the 60s. So it was probably more likely like 50s. Maybe, I doubt it was 40s. I'll go stand on this. Is the AI gonna do its thing and go around? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I doubt it was 40s. It was probably not like I would guess, my guess would be on 50s. So, given the kind of general attitudes towards males and females at the time, it's not that surprising that males were far more represented than females were in the comics. I'm not saying it's a good thing, like, don't twist that word. It's definitely not a good thing that happens, but it does make sense as to why it happened. But hopefully, well, at least more recently, we've definitely seen a rise in female characters. Marvel, especially with their films and things. We had like the Black Widow film, which wasn't amazing, but at least it was a main female. Even though Black Widow is questionably good. As in, like, the character herself is over-sexualized, so that leaves you with the question of, yeah, right, it's a good thing that there's the female representation, but is it entirely good when the female representation is of a overly sexualized character? Like, I think if you looked at, like, pop culture pornography, which actually I saw this the other day, like the top 10 things, and one on the list was superheroes, and I guarantee huge amount of that is Black Widow, and obviously Harley Quinn. Like, what? Definitely Harley Quinn. I think Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman, like the three main Batman villains, are definitely one of the most sexualized characters as well. But I mean, it's also, there's that inherent problem of male characters never really have that kind of, their sexuality is not part of their character. You have characters who are flirtatious and try to be charming and fail, and it's a bit comedy. But if you think about it, Harley Quinn, it's not part of her personality, but she does, most of her costumes are massively revealing, and she's sexualized in that way with the costume. But both Catwoman and Poison Ivy are both, like, very sexual characters. Poison Ivy's whole thing is that she uses plants to, like, seduce men and shit like that. And then Catwoman is always, or like very regularly portrayed, being like very sexual towards Batman, and that's like, she's the character that brings out that side in him and shit like that. So when you've got 2 out of 3 of the main female characters in the universe where a big part of their personality is sex, like, that's already a bit of a problem, in my opinion anyway. But I think it has been made slightly better recently with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, because while there is still a lot of attention on her because she's attractive, so that, you know, on the one hand impacts how people view Harley Quinn, you also have the fact that her costume isn't as sexual as costumes in comics. Like, some of the costumes in comics are just blatantly, like, well, I mean, obviously, loads of costumes in comics were always for the sake of being sexy and, like, getting that male attention, because that was their demographic and it sold. But Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn isn't sexual, and then you have Birds of Prey, which introduces other strong female characters, which, you know, it's a shame the film wasn't better, because it felt like, because the film was kind of crap, it almost felt like an attempt at female empowerment that was just that. Like, all it was there for the sake of the female empowerment, rather than actually producing a good story where people were watching it and enjoying it, and not kind of just... Because it's all well and good making a film where the main characters are all women, and you have, like, different personalities, and they're all strong, independent characters and shit like that. That's fine. But when the film's shit, you're left kind of just feeling like they've done it just for that, and not with any kind of importance placed on making an actually good story. Which is a shame. But we also have Wonder Woman, where she is also portrayed as a very strong character. But then you also have, going back to, you know, problems that the Amazons were... I mean, this isn't a DC thing, this is kind of just a general pop culture thing, that Amazon warriors are, like, the most attractive women humanly ever possible. So there's that. But Wonder Woman... I like Wonder Woman. I haven't seen 1984. Apparently it's pretty shit. So I'm not sure if I will see it. I mean, I probably will at some point. But in general, I don't know. Like, Wonder Woman's a cool character. It would just be nice if DC could do her a little bit more justice, you know? But we also have... I think thinking about sexualizing characters for the audience, it's kind of gone in the other direction recently. You have Aquaman, where Jason Momoa is quite clearly a large proportion of females would view that as attractive, or not even like females, just people who are attractive to males would view Jason Momoa as very, very attractive. And I can, you know, corroborate that, because, yeah, me too. I think he's fucking, like, gorgeous. So, it's gone in the other direction, that actually they're making... that Aquaman is... because he's not... like, the original comic book character Aquaman is not that good looking. He's in a kind of semi-okay suit, but the character was never drawn. He was blonde, had a fairly simple haircut, and, like, it wasn't anything special. I've gone the wrong way. Whereas now... oh shit, I'm supposed to be... hang on. I realise there's actual colours. Whereas now you have a long-haired, bearded, muscular man. So it's taken quite the turn in terms of, like, how attractive the character is. But also, I suppose the original Aquaman is probably a lot more... I can't think of the right word. A lot more of its time. Like, the original Aquaman was probably quite attractive for its time, because blonde hair. You know, he had the blonde hair, he had the haircut that was probably quite popular back then. It was just... there were elements about him that would have been attractive. Can't get in there though. Unless you want me to go through the window. Oh, hello. Am I supposed to be like... oh. Well, there we go. But back to what I was saying about, like, an hour ago at this point. About more female representation. You also have Marvel, who have done it very, very badly with She-Hulk. They have... my god, that was awful. Marvel really try. And they fuck up so bad. She-Hulk is one of the worst female representations I've ever seen. Because they make the entire show about how her life is worse because she's a female. Like, to the degree where they have every episode has like a caricature of a man. You have like people coming up that, you know, could exist in real life, but are just not any real, like, even relatively close to a representation of what men in the real world are like. Like, they can't just be like, oh, girl, just get your tits out for me then. And it's like, well, that just doesn't happen. And if it does, it's very uncommon. But then you also had the fact that she was like, I deal with anger every single day because men are always telling me I'm wrong, and it's like trying to paint her as if that struggle is worse than the Hulk's literal suicide attempts. But like, don't get me wrong, I fully understand that females in the workplace do experience that kind of discrimination where they are constantly what's the word? Questioned by male authority. It's like, well, do you actually know what you're doing because you're a woman? But I don't think that is an issue. I don't think that is something that can be comparable to Bruce Banner trying to end his own life. Like, you made a joke, like, that's making a joke out of Bruce Banner's suicide attempt by saying, yeah, you wanted to kill yourself? Men, am I right? Like, it was just a really, really bad, like, the show itself was just a really shit attempt at highlighting issues females face. Because, like, you know, those issues exist. But they highlighted them in just the worst possible way. So that was an awful fucking attempt. The other one that comes to mind is in Endgame, I believe it is. This is not one that's talked about much, and maybe I just noticed it back then because I was like an edgy teenager who would like call out every kind of time, like, oh my god, stop trying to be woke, like all that shit. I would call it out all the time, so I noticed it when I watched Endgame, but actually thinking back, I still agree with it to this day. It's still like, that was a bit shit. I'm going to turn down the audio a bit, because this level is a lot louder than the other levels. But in one of the final fight scenes, you see Peter Parker has the Infinity Gauntlet, and he's running around with it. And then all of a sudden, I can't remember who it is. It might be Captain Marvel. Comes and takes it from him. Fine, yeah, she's very, very, very powerful superhero in the Marvel Universe. One of my least favorite superheroes in any kind of universe. Like, fucking hate her. But and it's not because she's a woman. I just hate her because I feel like she hates me. I just don't think the character is written well. She is like she's just not a fun character to watch. But she takes it, that's fine. And then someone's like, oh, do you not need her? And then it pans round and every female superhero in existence is stood next to her amidst a battlefield full of superheroes of all genders. Like, and it's just like, she's got help. And every single female superhero is stood there to help her. And then the funniest part about it is that they still don't succeed. At least from what I remember. That, like, little moment of solidarity between all the female superheroes, where they're all like, nah, we got this. We are united. We are women. It's like, yeah, well, you still fucking lost, didn't you? And it's like, I don't have an issue with them losing. I believe that. That's fine. The issue I have with it is that they've tried to create this feminist moment where you're like, it's like, oh, women standing together to fight this evil. Except they all lose. So they're not as strong as we've just tried to make them out to be. It's just a weird moment. But something Marvel have done right recently, which I don't know how many people would agree with this, is Ms. Marvel. As a whole, I didn't think it was that good of a TV show. It was like, it was fine. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed She-Hulk. But that is a low fucking bar. When I say low bar, I mean but beneath the floor. She-Hulk was fine to watch. If I just kind of didn't think about any of it, it was like, yeah, I can kind of enjoy this just because it's dumb and I'm not thinking too much about it. But anytime anything, like, you started using your brain a little bit, you'd actually realize how shit of a TV show it is. But anyway, yeah, Miss Marvel. I actually kind of enjoyed Miss Marvel. If someone was like, do you want to watch Iron Man 1 or Miss Marvel? I would pick Iron Man 1 any day of the week. And I'd probably pick pretty much any Marvel movie, because they're all just a bit more fun than Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was, at its core, a fucking like coming-of-age teenage show. So it's not the best. Especially not for a Marvel fan, because it's just a bit slow. And it definitely had its issues, but actually I thought the representation in it was good. Like, it focused a lot less on female representation, but it focused on like Muslims and religious discrimination, and how just like the little comments that made you realize, like, that's actually a good point. Like, at one point when they first found out that when the spoilers, obviously, I'm imagining most of you, if you're watching this, have already seen Miss Marvel, or weren't planning on watching it, or really don't care that much, but just in case, spoiler warning. When the, like, important people, I forget what their names are, to be honest with you, but when they get to, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck was going on there. I was like just spinning. When they get to the mosque looking for Miss Marvel, or I can't remember what she was called at this point in the show. Like, she had a different name, or like the superhero was called something else. Someone makes a comment. It's like, the last thing we need is the police searching a mosque again, and you're just like, well, actually, yeah, no, that's a fair point, because you see so much fear mongering about Muslims and how, you know, they're like, I remember watching a TV show at one point where this like heavily racist taxi driver was talking about the fact he was like, we don't want Sharia law in our country, and it's like, well, no, we're not trying to bring Sharia law into your country, mate. We're not trying to replace your culture with ours. Like, we just want to be accepted in your country. And it was just things like that. It was like having the police turn up at a mosque looking for Kamala, like, was actually a very real problem, because you were like, oh, actually, that could reflect very badly on Muslims, because you'd be like, oh, people would see that in the press and they'd be like, well, you know, just be like, oh, Muslims at it again. And it's like, no. So yeah, I just liked the representation of that. It's quite a forgettable show, I'll be honest with you. I don't really remember any of the characters' names other than Kamala. Like, I genuinely don't. But the other main female character, who was also a Muslim, she is very kind of, you know, activisty. It's like, oh, we do this, and things like that. And it's like, but you believe it. Like, you believe her as a young person wanting to make positive change in the world. Which was just nice. Like, I still think there's going to be a huge amount of people who will watch here and just be upset about any sort of mention of something. It's like, oh, it's just woke in it. And it's like, well, it is, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's also believable. Like, I don't watch that and think they've just shoved it in there for the sake of it. I don't feel like they've produced, even though to an extent they probably have, it doesn't feel like they produced and made Miss Marvel as a TV show purely for the sake of being like, look, we like Muslims. We're not, what's the Islamophobic? It was like, we're not Islamophobic. We also like Muslims. And so, but at least there was a bit more effort put into it. Excuse me. So, you know, you can actually believe that the show has those kind of positive intentions. I can't really think of any other kind of big moments for like clear trying to represent things recently. What's the... Yeah, because I mean DC haven't really done much. DC have, in my opinion, massively screwed up with allowing Amber Heard to continue playing Mira in... in Flash. I think that is an unbelievable oversight from them. Not just because it's like... I think that... Well, I mean, obviously I think she's a fucking abhorrent human being. I'm not entirely caught up on everything that happened from the case, even though it was quite a while ago now. I kind of just stopped paying attention to it at some point. But from what I remember about the final kind of case, or like everything, was that it kind of came out that they were both abusive. Like, it was almost like Johnny Depp was proven fairly innocent overall, because it was like, well, actually, you know, a lot of the things that have been claimed to have happened didn't, but there was still some abuse going on. But on the most part, she was a lot worse than he was. And I think the fact that Johnny Depp lost so much as a result of the case is a shame, because obviously he lost Fantastic Beasts. He lost any opportunity to play Captain Jack again, which, I mean, from what I'm aware, they have given that opportunity again. It's like a, you know, we would take you back. But he's... It all seems to be a lot of speculation about Pirates of the Caribbean and Johnny Depp at the moment, where some people are saying that they've asked him to come back and he said no. Some people have been like, no, no, they haven't. You're lying. I don't know, but I like to think, even though I would love to see him reprise his role as Captain Jack, because they are some of my favourite movies that I've ever seen, I like to think that he wouldn't go back, just because of how poorly he was treated by Disney. But it's just, DC are just not making good decisions in terms of their casting at the moment. They've continued to use Amber Heard for Mira. Is that even her name? Mira? I think it is. They've continued to use Ezra Miller for Flash. I don't agree with what a lot of people say. A lot of people are like, oh, just bring in Grant Gustin as Flash, because he played him in the CW show. And, well, I did like his portrayal of the Flash. I don't think that would be the best idea. I think it would be better just to get an entirely new actor to play the Flash. I'm not going to watch the Flash, because I just... Ezra Miller is just an awful person, so I don't want to give any more. I know, like, my contribution to it would be all of like $9.99 to buy the DVD or something like that, but I just don't want to give any more money to the project, because I can't agree with the fact that he is still allowed to be in the film. Like, it's just mental to me. And it's the same for Aquaman 2. I don't even know if Aquaman 2 is out yet, or if it's still in production, but I won't watch that either, because I seriously dislike Amber Heard. But, like, also with DC as well, as much as, in general, this doesn't apply to movies, or, you know, like, TV shows, or, like, mainstream stuff, I prefer DC over Marvel. I think the characters in DC, like, there are some elements of Marvel that I like more, and I think they are, on the whole, just better at movies and writing and things like and stuff like that, because DC had this big problem for a long time where everything was disjointed. You had like 17 and a half iterations of Batman. It's not an exact number, but it was somewhere around that. And that didn't tie together. You had loads of different iterations, like your Joker, you had like the CW shows, you had like the Titans universe, because that just wasn't part of anything. And now they're finally tying everything together. So I'm, one, very excited for that. I think they've made some very strange choices about the characters they're going to use in their new DCEU. Like Booster Gold, for example. I don't really care about the character. I remember he was in Batman Brave and the Bold when I watched it when I was younger, and that was fine. Like, whatever. But it was just a weird choice. I was like, there's so many cooler characters you could have picked. Like, you could have delved into like a, I don't know, just like a character we don't know much about. You could have just taken that and gone kind of deeper into that. I haven't seen much of like DC's recent stuff. Like, I haven't watched the Harley Quinn TV show. I've seen bits of it and it looks fine. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's a difficult time for things because, number one, I think the communities behind the project, so DC and Marvel's communities, are just some of the worst communities I've ever seen. Like, you look at comments on any kind of post from either of them, and it's just filled with discrimination, prejudice, and like people complaining about anything and everything. It's like, it's Pride Month at the moment, and as a result of that, you see that like DC post about, I forget which Robin it is, but one of the Robins is gay or bisexual. I don't remember which one, but it's not like, it's not a pivotal part of his character, just like it's not a pivotal part of the character that Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy form a relationship. Like, that, it doesn't change anything about the characters, it's just their love interest. It's the exact same as if Harley Quinn fell in love with I don't know, fucking Bane or something. It's like, it would be a different story, of course, because they are different characters, but it doesn't change anything. It's not like they're sat there with gay flags everywhere constantly parading, look, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. Like, it's not a character point or like a personality trait that they have. But the comments on like Pride posts are always just full of homophobia. It's unbelievable. It's to the degree now that I as soon as I see a post, I'm like, oh, that's nice, I like it, and I just scroll past straight away, because I can't even face to see a single comment on it, because I just know what it's going to be, and it's a shame, because I don't know, I feel like if you hate the production that much, like to the degree where you're like, oh, everything you produce is shit, it's like, well, leave then. It's like, they're clearly not listening to you, they clearly don't give a fuck what you think about their project. So why are you wasting your energy constantly complaining about it? Like, there just seem to be some people who are completely caught up on the idea that if they can keep complaining about it, it'll get better. And it's like, well, it's clearly fucking not, is it? I think both Marvel and DC could benefit from listening to their fans a little bit more. Not the homophobic and blatantly prejudiced ones. You know, the actually dedicated fans who just want to see well-made shows and films and stuff. But in general, I just think if both production teams listen to their fans, they might be able to produce something a bit more well-received. The other thing as well, I feel like I don't know, it's just, maybe it's a reason they haven't done it. Well, there is clearly a reason, and I can think of a reason. But I feel like if they just produce live-action versions of their comic books, or animated versions of their comic books, because I love the comic books, and there's so many great stories in there, like, the Injustice universe is a great story. And obviously we've seen that in the Injustice games, and there has been a little bit of stuff, but I don't know, if they took a series of comic books with an interesting story and made a show out of it, or like a film out of it, that would be, I think that would just be very well received by fans. And I think the reason they haven't done it is because they'd have to pay the writer of the story, because there's so many different writers who've written like comic books and stuff like that. And while they work for DC and stuff, they still have the right, they still, you know, have the rights to their own story. So if they did want to produce one of the stories for themselves, they would have to pay them. But I don't know, I guess in contrast to that, they have already produced individual stories like The Killing Joke, and some parts of comic books have become quite popular in TV shows or like in other parts of culture, like the Batman Who Laughs. It's a very popular character and stuff, and Death of the Family. Like, just thinking about pop figures, like there are pop figures produced for them, and Death of the Family is one of the coolest stories. I've not read the comic books, but I know some of the story, and it's really cool. Like, I would love to see that in animation, or even like live action. Live action, that would be fucking amazing. But yeah, I just feel like that could be a cool idea, but I suppose it doesn't really fit with the new idea of the DCEU, because that would be, especially Death of the Family, because that would kind of very quickly eliminate the Bat family and be a very important moment for Batman. But I don't know if they are like 100% settled on making everything part of their extended universe, because if they are, that begs the question of what they're going to do with Joaquin Phoenix Joker. What they're going to do with Robert Pattinson's Batman. Like, who's going to play Batman in this DCEU? Because you've now got Ben Affleck, George Clooney, and... Fuck, my mind's gone blank. I went to say Val Kilmer. It's not Val Kilmer, it's the other Batman. George Clooney... Fuck, why can't I think? Batman actors. Michael Keaton, of course. But it's like, it's, you know, who's then going to play him in the DCEU? Is it going to be Robert Pattinson? Are they going to try and tie in the Batman to the DCEU? Is Joaquin Phoenix going to be a Joker? Because there's been so many theories about Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and who that is in the story. Like, I've got my theory, and mine feels, I don't know if there's like a confirmed story about who that Joker is yet, but I'm fairly comfortable with my story, my theory, because it's been a while since I watched the Joker, but we see the Joker is quite significantly older than Batman or Bruce Wayne in the story, because he goes to a child, Bruce Wayne. So therefore, this cannot be Batman's Joker, because if it was, then the Joker would have to be, because like by this point, Arthur, oh, what's his name? Arthur Penny? Arthur, I've fucking forgotten again. Joker name. No, I don't care. I want Ar- Arthur Fleck. That's it. Arthur Fleck. Yeah, because it's Penny Fleck. Is his mother. That's why I was thinking Penny. Because he's Arthur Fleck, but in comics and stuff, the Joker has said that his name is Jack Napier is one of the ones, but I've also just read there that it's been revealed as like Jack White or something. So, in my mind, Arthur Fleck is not the Batman's Joker. It's not the Joker that Batman fights. It has to be kind of the starting point for the Joker, so to speak. He is the first. He creates that moniker of Joker, which is then followed up by Jack Napier or Jack White, whatever his name is, as the kind of criminal mastermind of Batman. Batman is the superhero. Joker, he is that character. So Arthur Fleck, in my theory, is that Arthur Fleck creates the Joker as part of that, because he has a mental illness. He is not completely insane, whereas Jack Napier is. Jack Napier is very clearly psychotic and completely and utterly insane. Like, you have Arthur Fleck is more awkward, he is more like troubled and pain, whereas Jack Napier is seemingly much more comfortable as himself. Like, he seems to be fairly confident as this criminal insane mastermind. So I think that Arthur Fleck created this character, the Joker, as part of a, it kind of just happened by chance. It's just the way it went, and that ended up with this character, because by the end of the film you see a lot of people wearing the masks, and you see this has very clearly been a important moment in Gotham's history. So then that, however many years later, because the Joker isn't created, like the Joker character isn't actually created until Bruce Wayne is like in his, he's fairly old by the time the character is there, because he's been fighting crime for a little bit. You see this in the Arkham games. In that story, the Joker comes about later than when Batman started fighting crime. He wasn't one of the Batman's first supervillains. So then I think Jack Napier, then with the stories of the Joker from the past that helped cure helped create kind of, I don't know, more information almost, or like awareness of the lower class in Gotham. Did I even need to do that, or could I just... I did need to actually like destroy it to go through. And so then Jack Napier, once he goes insane, he creates a new Joker, which is the Clown Prince of Crime. That's my theory. So I think they could tie Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, I don't know why I built that, I didn't need it, into the DCEU. I think that would be possible. And I think... I don't know if I'd want them to, because the Joker definitely, I would imagine, was created, like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was created long before they ever even considered a brand new DCEU. So I feel like they'd be adding it in for the sake of doing it rather than creating a good story. And the same goes for Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think it would be very cool, and I think again it could be done because Robert Pattinson plays quite a young Batman. He's still in, like, you know, brooding. Yeah, he's still in the stage of like brooding and angst, which some people hated because, like, oh, it's not Batman. It's like, well, Robert Pattinson, at least in my mind, is very clearly playing a young Batman. Like, there's not an old... It's not the Batman that we're used to seeing. And I think they still got time to then craft a story where he becomes that Batman that we're used to seeing. And with that, they could then put it in, they could bring it into the DCEU. But it's another one, it's like, well, I don't know if I want them to do that because I feel like Robert Pattinson's Batman, at this point, I don't know how early they would have been, like, talking about making the new DCEU. Because I imagine they had to have been thinking about it by the time they started producing The Flash. So, by the time the Batman was released, I suppose it's possible that they were considering the new DCEU. But Batman would have started production long before it was, obviously quite a long time before it was released. So if it's again a story that was created before the new DCEU was planned. And therefore, they'd be trying to create a story, trying to weave this Batman into the DCEU when he was never meant to be, kind of thing. I want to see more from both of them. I want to see another Joker film and another Batman film because I liked both of them. I thought it was some of the best stuff that I've seen. Like, some of the better parts of those characters I've seen for a while now. But I don't know if that's... You know, I don't know how likely that is to happen now because of the DCEU and what they're going to do about bringing those characters in. Because I forget his name, the, like, main guy behind it all was like, oh yeah, we want everything to be connected. It's like, okay, well, does that mean that you're gonna try to bring in these two elements, like the Batman and the Joker, into the extended universe? But if they don't, if they decide against doing that, which I think they should, and I hope they do, does that then opens the kind of the gates for multiverses almost, where they could be a... Because I wouldn't mind them being in the same universe, is the thing. It's just what I've seen of The Flash. It's very different style to the Batman and the Joker. And that's one of the reasons I think it would be weird, because they are just a different style. Like, the Flash is more typical, what am I trying to say? Typical superhero film. Like, quite quippy, quite fast, action-filled, less dramatic, in a sense. Or no, not even less dramatic, just like a bit less intense and a bit less heavy. The Joker is like a very heavy film, and it's one of the reasons I think it's so good, is that they didn't try and hold back. It's quite dark, it's quite... not scary, but it is intense to watch. Am I done? No, I've got one in here. Go away. And that's one of the reasons I like it. And I think if they try to bring it into the same universe as what they've currently got with The Flash, that could... You could lose that. So a multiverse where that Joker and that Batman exist together, I think that's possible, and I think that would be fine. Because they seem to be in similar universes, which I guess is DC's sort of style, but I don't know, both of them just felt so different to anything DC have done recently. Like, that portrayal of the Batman compared to Ben Affleck, and while I would like to see Robert Pattinson evolve into a more Ben Affleck-y character, because I would say that Ben Affleck is one of the best portrayals of Batman we've seen. I think Batman is, on the whole, portrayed quite well in general. I think Michael Keaton played the character well. Val Kilmer was alright. What do you call him? George Clooney was alright. Batman and Robin wasn't an amazing film, but overall it was fine. Like the portrayal and like stuff like that. But Ben Affleck is definitely just on a different level. So I would like to see Robert Pattinson kind of evolve over the years and become that bit more of a billionaire playboy character than he is at the moment. Because at the moment he is a brooding, angsty teenager, basically. Which is believable because, you know, his parents are dead and he kind of has a very, very negative view of Gotham. But it's like, we'd like to see him just as a bit more as what we expect for Batman. So that, I think, is a possible introduction. And then you could almost weave them together. That over time, as Batman becomes this, we see this. We see the introduction of like a Jack Napier character who follows in the footsteps of Arthur Fleck and creates his own Joker. I don't know, maybe, but you know, if we wanted to go down like the multiverse route, you could kind of do anything, and then that takes away from the point of having everything as one, like, all together, because you're then confused over what's happening in which universe and all that stuff, which is DC's current problem, because you've got the main universe with Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, everyone like that. Then you've got the Arrowverse, which is all the CW shows, and then you've got fucking Titans, which just exists on its own as it's whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna run to the toilet again quickly, and then when I get back, we'll do a few more levels and we'll wrap it up there. Just give me one moment. We're back. I don't actually remember what other levels I said I was going to do. I think it was 3-5 to get like Peace Detector or something, and 1-1 for Fast Grapple. You can bank on Batman. Right, let's do 3-5. I want to play as Clayface. And then we'll do 1-1, and then we'll leave it there, because we're coming up on 3.5 hours now. I can't even remember what I was talking about before I went. I spent quite a long time waffling about like movies and stuff. Oh yeah, I was talking about like Robert Pattinson and Joaquin Phoenix's like Jokers and Batman and stuff. I kind of finished that though. I was like, I reached a fairly good stopping point with all that. What else can I talk about? Marvel need to pick up their shit. Like, they need to just start doing things right again, to be honest with you. Like, ever since Endgame, they have just gone downhill. Like, if you gave me the option, it's like, oh, you can either watch pre-Endgame stuff or post-Endgame stuff. I would pick pre-Endgame stuff any day of the week. I think a couple of things they've done were fairly okay. WandaVision was alright. It's just a shame that the entire show was kind of a setup for Multiverse of Madness. I found our infinite money glitch. Not even glitch, just like exploit. Nice. Character studs and then just do that. But yeah, so obviously it all led up to... Oh, my headset's gonna die, so I might have to end the stream early. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, it all led up to the events of Multiverse of Madness, which was just like, I don't know, it was just kind of sad because it felt like it could have led to much more than a single film. Like, that setup felt like it could have been our big thing for this phase, like our Thanos level threat. Because normally when things were set up, they were a bit more impactful than the film. Because as a whole, other than Kamar-Taj, from what I remember of Multiverse of Madness, things stayed relatively intact. It was all quite self-contained to Doctor Strange. Obviously, we had that stuff at the end with, like the portal opening or like the timelines rupturing and stuff like that, which still waiting for that to kind of come to anything, because that happened. What, Multiverse of Madness was when I was in year 12 and I've finished year 13 now, so that was at least a year and a half ago now. I think it was quite early on in year 12 as well, because No Way Home was also in year 12, so like at school, that is, not the year 12. But I don't know, I just feel like I'm waiting for that. But it's just Marvel haven't done much right. Moon Knight, I liked Moon Knight. I actually really did enjoy Moon Knight. But I can't think of anything else that Marvel have done recently that I watched and was like, this is genuinely really good. And that's a shame. I suppose there was Falcon and Winter Soldier. Was okay. I know it's not well liked. It's not, you know, particularly well liked. I didn't mind it. I think I liked it more than I liked Loki. I don't know what it was about Loki. I didn't mind it as a show. It was just like, once it was done, I was like, yeah, it's not something I want to go back and rewatch, which is fairly true for all of Marvel at the moment, except Moon Knight. But Loki was just one of those ones that was definitely like, not really. I don't know, I just don't really feel like going back to this ever. And it felt like a somewhat of a setup for what do you call it? Kang. But then nothing really happened with that. Because then we got another setup for Kang in Quantumania, which, again, not very good. So, I don't know, it's just Marvel. It feels like it's just lacking direction right now. Like, I feel like I'm just kind of waiting for them to figure out what they're trying to do with their stories and then do it. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. I'm supposed to... Oh, I'm supposed to go over there, aren't I? Dumbass. What else do I... What's Marvel got coming out soon? We've got Secret Invasion at the moment, which I don't know anything about. Haven't seen anything because I'm waiting for it to fully fully come out before I start watching it, because I just want to be able to binge watch it. But as a whole, it's Nick Fury. Can't imagine it's going to be bad, because I like Nick Fury as a character. He's a pretty cool character, and he hasn't been in much recently. But, I don't know. I'm just getting a bit bored of the TV shows. I'm about ready for them to do a movie again. And have an actual storyline rather than just what... Because at the moment we've got multiple TV shows that are kind of have their own little things going on. But then those little things are all very self-contained. And then I'm waiting for a movie to start bringing things together. We had Falcon and Winter Soldier, which established the Falcon as the new Captain America, so to speak. And like that was quite self-contained. It all just happened with those two and like Baron Zemo and stuff like that. So I'm waiting for there to be a new like Avengers film that brings those characters into it as, you know, impactful elements and stuff like that. And then we've got WandaVision and Doctor Strange. Those two kind of just did their own little thing for a bit. and now, again, waiting for Doctor Strange's story to come to a conclusion. Not conclusion, that's not what I meant. I mean, like, all that stuff about, like, the opening up a new timeline or whatever he's done. Like, I'm waiting for that to have a consequence, because it happened ages ago, and nothing's gone wrong yet. And he's got another eye. So, I don't know, it's just... What else have we got? She-Hulk and Miss Marvel, they were their own little things. I don't want to see them in anything. Shang-Chi... I fucking hated Shang-Chi. Oh my god, it was a mess of cliches and just bad characters. Awkwafina is an awful actress. Oh my god. I can't understand how anyone wants to see her in anything ever. Like, I think Shang-Chi is the thing that will ruin Marvel for me in like this phase, or whatever phase they start bringing that story together, because they made it out as if Shang-Chi is going to be like a big character, and like his story with the rings and stuff is going to be big, but it was so predictable. Like, Shang-Chi as a whole was unbelievably predictable, and there were so many cliches in it for like old martial arts movies. And I'll give it this: the martial arts in the movies was great. I thought, like, the actual action and all that stuff was cool. I really enjoyed that. But the story was full of cliches and just full of incredibly annoying characters that I didn't care about or anything. Like, by the end of the film, the only character I cared about was Morris, the little, like... Hang on, have I got... No. I've got a little plush of Morris, because I bought it for my girlfriend. Like, he was the only thing I cared about throughout those films. I was actually waiting for the character of Katie to be killed off, because I couldn't stand her. Like, she was so frustrating to watch. Because from the very beginning of her going into the village, and like, you knew she was going to be that character where it's like, she hasn't found her place yet. Oh my god, it's going to be in this village, and she's going to have like a natural affinity for fighting, and she's going to be like a massive, like, amazing character, because the entire film they made out as like, they haven't found their place in the universe, so their place is going to be in this village and fighting alongside everyone. And it was like, oh, fucking shocker. I didn't get the red brick. That's annoying. I have to redo the level now. But it was like, oh, fucking shocker. She picks up a bow and she's just a master at it instantly. Whoa, I didn't see that one coming. And she's the one who lands that final blow that wins the entire battle. Whoa. What creative writing. That was never predictable in any way, shape or form ever. And in plot holes, you had Shang-Chi has never used the rings in his entire life. His father has been training with them for centuries. And in their final fight, suddenly his father is fucking useless, and Shang-Chi just knows how to control the rings perfectly. It's like they swapped fucking roles. It's like, yep, alright, I don't believe that at all. And then cliches. There were so many of them. But just, you know, one that I thought of. When Shang-Chi falls to the bottom of that river, you have the dragon circling him and, like, rushes him back to the surface, and it's like, whoa. Never seen that happen in a martial arts based movie or TV show ever before, where the spiritual dragon has saved a life while they're drowning in the river during a big fight, and now he's like all super powerful because the dragon's picked him as like his master or something. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's the most, like, a magical dragon saving life during a flashback as they sink to the bottom of the river is the most cliche thing to ever touch a martial arts based movie or anything. The only thing that Shang-Chi did well, and I was like, this is actually quite good, and it's the same thing for Black Panther, is the visuals. I thought the visuals were amazing, and I was happy with that. And I don't want it to be misconstrued. I have no problem with the character, like Shang-Chi as a character, and I think his story could have been cool. The main issue I have with the entire movie is Katie, or Awkwafina. She is just an awful character whose entire comedy is, oh, I'm Katie, and oh, it's just like, it's a grating voice that I can't even begin to comprehend how anyone can listen to it, and just awful characterization. Like, she ruined that movie. And if they try and make her a big character in the Marvel Universe, that's it. I think I will be finished with Marvel, because I genuinely don't think I could stand seeing her in, like, mainstream Marvel. But luckily enough, they've done fuck all with that story as well. Like, they've introduced this and brought it together with Wong and everything as if that's going to be a big thing. But then it's just not. Or at least, not yet. Moving on again, Thor Love and Thunder. I haven't actually seen Guardians of the Galaxy, so that's, you know, that could be something. But Thor Love and Thunder, it was painted as if Thor was going to go off with the Guardians, and he's just not. Like, he's just been like, actually, nah. Fine, whatever, I don't really care. The Guardians, I am intrigued to see how Gamora comes back, though. Because I'm very afraid they're going to use the argument that it's actually the past. Or in fact, I'm pretty certain that is what they've done. They've tried to say that she's like the past Gamora that came back with Thanos' army, which just introduces a massive plot hole, because Tony snapped away Thanos' army. Gamora was part of that army, and I refuse to believe, not even like, I just cannot believe that in that moment of sheer panic, of all the pain surging through his body as he was about to banish the world of Thanos and the army and finally be finished with this 5-year-long battle that they've been, like, raging through, he would go, in his mind, be thinking, I'm going to snap away all of the army, except Gamora, because that one guy, Star-Lord, whatever his name was, yeah, he liked her. And I suppose maybe, like, because he spent so much time with Nebula on the ship, he was like, I'll save this one because, yeah. But I don't believe it. I don't think that could happen. So I really hope that's not what they try and do. Like, bring Gamora back through Thanos' army. And if that is what they do, then you need a damn good explanation of how they did it. Because if the explanation is Tony just didn't kill her, that's dumb. That's not even remotely close to being correct. But people seem to be loving Guardians of the Galaxy, and I feel like that's not something people could have missed. Like, it feels like a very blatant issue with it, so maybe. But Guardians of the Galaxy as a whole seems to be very good, so I am excited for that. What else have we had recently? Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Love and Thunder. Actually, can't really think of anything else that's happened recently. No Way Home, that was a little while ago now. That was amazing. I love No Way Home. It is one of my favourite Marvel films. I thought it was just an amazing film, and it really helped establish Tom Holland as so much more of the Spider-Man I wanted to see. Since Tom Holland became Spider-Man, I have had issues with it, because I've been like, he doesn't feel like Spider-Man. Spider-Man in the other movies has been much more of a very intelligent, like, still a high school student in that he's a bit awkward and stuff like that, but it's like he's managed to do his own thing, and you see him as like a character who is intelligent and can actually be a Spider-Man in his own right, whereas Tom Holland for a little while felt like Tony Stark's little bitch boy, where he was literally just kind of being Spider-Man for the sake of Tony Stark, and would be nowhere without him. Like in Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, he was Spider-Man. Like, they created everything themselves, their suits were all themselves, everything like that, whereas this Spider-Man basically got everything from Tony Stark, which is fine. I don't really mind that, because it was part of the story, and it was a nice kind of tie together for the story. But I was just like, I'm waiting for him to become Spider-Man, not just getting everything from Tony Stark. And No Way Home did that, and I think it did that quite well. Which was just quite nice to see. But also just the cameos as well. Like, all the cameos that film had were amazing, and it made... It was like a bit gimmicky, because obviously it was like the, oh, we'll bring these guys in because that's going to make the film, people are going to love that. And yeah, and it worked. I don't really mind. But it was just a cool introduction to a multiverse, like the idea of there being a multiverse, as well as bringing in characters everyone loves to see as well. Although I suppose Multiverse of Madness, that kind of introduced the idea of a multiverse as well. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. I can't really think of what else has come out recently. I'm trying to think of what else is coming soon. I think there's a new Captain Marvel film, which, God, I'm not excited for that. Because I think they're tying Captain Marvel in with Miss Marvel as well. Which, like I said, I don't mind Miss Marvel as a character. But I'm worried that the show's going to be a lot of, like, fangirling from Kamala Khan. And not really any superhero stuff. But also... oh, Hawkeye. I completely forgot about Hawkeye. Yeah, for good reason. It was fine. Like, whatever. Again, plot holes. I did watch it and go, hang on a minute. Not sure about that. Not like anything huge, just little things that maybe I'm being overly critical and most people would look at and go, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Like, they are inherently plot holes. Like, there isn't really any explanation for it in the show. But it was like, it doesn't make the show much worse. Like, it's annoying when you think about it. You're like, hang on a minute, that's a bit shit. But actually, it's just like, well, it is what it is. It doesn't really matter that much. The only real plot hole I can remember is Hawkeye just kind of knowing where... I can't even remember what her name was. Jesus. Marvel are clearly doing very well at just making forgettable characters in shows recently, because I don't remember anything. Like, on the first night when she stole the Ronin suit, Hawkeye left, like, the place he was staying with his kids and went and found her while she was in the middle of a fight, and it's like, one, it's a little bit, like, on the nose, and you think it's like, ooh, he saves her. But it was also like, how did he know where she was? I guess you could argue that he followed the sound of fighting, but New York is not a little city. It, like, would not be the easiest thing to find. But, you know. Hawkeye definitely could have been worse, and I didn't mind. Oh, the other plot hole I really didn't like is that she, as a character, again, completely forgotten her name. But she has no experience with fighting in the real world. She is a martial artist, like a tournament fighter. And yeah, sparring, whatever. But the kind of shit she was doing in, like, the fight scene, she was, like, using her environment to protect herself, and it was like, no. She would have never had to do that in a tournament or, like, a martial arts type fighting. Like, she wouldn't... So it's just like, well, how is she reached this insane level of skill as a fighter without ever having experience of the real world of fighting? So that one was a bit annoying to watch, because it was like, I just don't... That doesn't seem realistic that she would be able to fight that well. I feel like I've missed a TV show. I've covered most things that Marvel have done recently. I kind of just ranted about things because it's just getting... I'm a little bit bored of commentating Lego Batman at the moment, because there's not much to say about what's happening, to be honest. So I just kind of figured, we're playing the game, I'll talk about it. Or talk about things relating to it. There's still a minikit back there I don't know how to get to. And there's apparently one down here as well. Oh, it's under there. Oh, yeah, of course it is. It's the fucking cars. You have to take those cars and move them. Alright, let's use the tech suit so I can actually get access to the cars. Star Wars. Let's go. Let's move on to Star Wars. I've ranted about Marvel and DC. Let's do a bit of Star Wars now. At the moment, Star Wars, like, I kind of group the three together as like the big universe franchises, like the ones that have a whole universe going on and things like that. And Star Wars is definitely my favorite of the three at the moment. I think Marvel is getting very samey, and I'm definitely experiencing superhero fatigue, where it's like I'm just kind of getting bored of watching the movies now. Whereas Star Wars, I'm not getting bored of, per se. Like, there was definitely a period where I was a bit like, okay, this is a bit much, when I decided to watch all of Clone Wars, all of Bad Batch, and all of Rebels all at once. And I can still feel that a little bit, because I'm going back and I'm kind of watching everything I've missed now. So I'm watching, at the moment, I'm watching the Bad Batch Season 2, and I need to watch Mandalorian Season 3, and Visions. I need to do Season 2 of Visions. So there is that bit that it's like, okay, it's a bit... Bad Batch is just a little bit boring for me. Like, out of the three animated shows, like Bad Batch, Clone Wars and Rebels, Bad Batch is just the one that I watch and I'm just like, well, a little bit bored. Do I have to go through this thing to get up there? I watched Andor recently. I actually really liked Andor. It took a little while. What's happening? Okay. It took a little while for it to get going. Like, definitely took a little while to get going, and for the first few episodes I was watching it like, what is everyone going on about? This is not interesting at all. But actually, when it started getting later into the show, I was much more interested in it and enjoyed it. As in general, Andor is just not a character I find that interesting or fun to watch. I've missed a mini kit somewhere. Well, not even that, like, I've missed a red brick as well. I need to get over that side to get that. Which I think I need to deal some more damage to him first. But yeah, like, he's not obviously one of like the big characters that we know as like Kenobi is for the Kenobi show, or like characters in Clone Wars are and things like that. So there was that was like, well, I'm just not a big fan of the character in general, so that doesn't help with the show being interesting for me. But then, despite me not necessarily finding the character all that interesting, I still enjoyed the show by the end. Oh, I can't get out now. Oh, fuck's sake. I've missed a mini kit and I don't know where. Must have been in the first area. Unless I can go into a different area around here or something. Fuck off. But yeah, I mean, the Mandalorian. Mandalorian's good. I haven't seen Season 3 yet, but I really enjoyed Season 1 and 2. Kenobi I liked. I think some people... there were some complaints about Kenobi. I didn't really listen to them, to be honest with you, because I wasn't overly interested in what they were. But I think it was like the pacing. People weren't a big fan of the pacing of the show. Which, fair enough. I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay. Yeah, I've missed a mini kit, so I'll have to do that level again. But overall, I liked Kenobi. What's the other? Book of Boba Fett. People didn't like the Book of Boba Fett either. My only real issue with the Book of Boba Fett was... Oh, that leads me back onto Hawkeye. I'll go back onto that in a second. The Book of Boba Fett, one, it very quickly wasted an amazing character. Like, Cad Bane was in it and gone faster than any other character I've seen, like, ever. It was impressive how quickly they got rid of Cad Bane. He was literally there, and he was gone. So that was annoying, because it was like, well, Cad Bane's a fucking cool character. I'd like to see a bit more of him in live action. But also just the fact that Cad Bane looked like shit. Like, that it was really not good. And it's something that I'm glad they have done a lot better with. It's up there? Okay. Like, seeing other characters make the transition from animation to live action. They have definitely done it better with characters. But Cad Bane was just not good. What was my other issue? Oh, the impermanence of character death in Book of Boba Fett. Like, the sheriff guy who stole Boba Fett's armor died and then didn't die, and then Boba Fett was meant to be dead, but he also wasn't dead. I didn't mind the fact that Boba Fett came back, because I was like, well, cool character, sure, he can come back. But then the fact that other characters were dying and then coming back, it meant that a character's death felt it just wasn't very impactful. Like, you didn't really care, because it was like, well, they're probably just going to come back anyway. But overall, I was like, I didn't have that much issue with the Book of Boba Fett. But the thing I was going to say, Hawkeye, they completely wasted Wilson Fisk. Like, they literally showed him in an episode, and I was excited about it, because as soon as, in the last episode, when I realised that they were about to bring Wilson Fisk into it, I was like, oh, that's cool, because he is, like, the Kingpin. He is powerful as fuck. And then they brought him into it. He did a little bit of stuff, and you kind of got to see a little bit of how powerful he was, and then they fucking killed him. It was literally like, he came into it and was dead again. In fact, he probably died faster, or was introduced and died faster than fucking Cad Bane was. I was like, well, what a waste of a character. So that annoyed me. That bit I was like, that's kind of not ruined, but has definitely made Hawkeye, like, as an overall show, worse. Right, we're gonna do this level to get the suit extra, or whatever it's called, suit upgrade for this, and then I'm gonna leave it there because my headset's gonna die, and I'm running out of TV shows and things to complain about. I don't know if I will. Earlier I mentioned I might come back and, like, finish off the game tomorrow. I don't know if I will, because I think just the fact that I've spent literally about 45 minutes now, maybe even longer than that, ranting about TV shows and characters and stuff, and as much as I find it interesting, I'm not sure it's the most interesting thing to listen to. So I think for that reason, I might wait, like, you know, do something else tomorrow and then come back and finish this next week. Because I have a day off on Wednesday, which is an actual day off. Not like I'm in school, so I get some of the day off kind of thing, which is what most of my day offs are. Days off, rather. So, yeah. Next week, we'll get back into... Oh, fuck this up. They're going to come back to the surface now, aren't they? Next week, we'll get back into Galacticraft as well. Because we've neglected that this week, because I was very bored of it. But well, yeah, we'll get back on that and just try and kind of get back into the swing of playing Galacticraft again. I think I fucked this up again. Yeah, I did. Right, let me actually try this time. And I say that and then immediately mess it up and go into the fucking wall. Let's follow the route that it clearly wants me to. This thing is such a ball ache to control. Yeah, not surprised I messed it up, but like how badly the boat controls. There we go. Come on. That's better. Just get this one properly. Don't miss this one. There we go. I was gonna say I literally couldn't have done that faster. But yeah, next week, get back on Galacticraft. Maybe find another mod pack. Maybe I'll play Minecraft 2 times in 1 week on stream. That'd be mad, wouldn't it? We'll do Lego Batman at some point, finish it off, and we'll also, I think I'm feeling like some simulator games again. I want to start, like I said, branching out a bit more from Minecraft, Fortnite, and Lego Batman. And I think a fun way to do that would be with simulator games, or maybe a couple of other multiplayer games to play with some friends. Maybe a bit of Overwatch, maybe a bit of that other one, Rainbow Six Siege. Just generally like trying to find a bit more variety. I get very bogged down in having a schedule in my mind of I need to play this week, this, and like I literally have written down in my notes app, Lego Batman 2 times per week, Galacticraft once per week, multiplayer game with friends 2 times per week, and then like trying to figure out which days would be best to stream those on. It's like, as much as the schedule does help because it means I don't just sit down and go, I don't know what the fuck to stream today, and then just pick something. It's also like, actually, it's nice sometimes just to sit down and play something I actually have felt like playing, rather than forcing myself to play something that I didn't really feel like playing but felt like I had to play. There we go. But yeah, I definitely want to play a bit more Bakery Simulator because I spent like 2 hours on that without even realizing that I'd spent that long on it. Like, time just fucking disappeared when I opened that game. And I keep having to be like, no, don't play it off stream because it was easy to stream. Like, obviously I enjoy streaming, but in general it was like Bakery Simulator was one of the easiest games I've ever streamed because it just was comfortable and genuinely fun to play. Why am I destroying things? I literally don't need to. I have heaps of money. How do I get out? No, like that. I need to get some more pieces to fill up that thing because I think we need it. Did I actually get this mini kit in the middle? I did. I was worried for a second that I'd like unlocked it and then just ignored it. I think I've broken the goons. This one's doing laps. Not even laps, just circles. How do I get up there? Because this, like when I get 25 pieces on this, it's gonna give me a mini kit straight up. So I don't know how I get up there to get that one. Maybe I double jump up there. Yep. It's exactly what I do. Alright, now I need to get up there. Let me stand on this thing, please. Oh, pain in the ass. Can I just like double jump out of this to get up there? No, I can't, can I? I'm gonna have to do it the long way around. I also, once we've finished this level, I want to go check if I actually own Lego Indiana Jones and just have a look at how much games are. I'm not going to do that on the stream though. I don't know why I said once I finish this level. Once I finish the stream, because I need to check how much, like if it's worth just kind of getting the remaining Lego games that I don't own yet. Because I own most of them, it's just that I think the Harry Potter ones and the Hobbit ones are the ones I definitely don't have. And then there might be a couple of other ones that I don't have either. I'm not 100% sure. I think I have, like, the Lego Force Awakens I think I have. Which is still find it interesting that they made... Can I go down? There we go. I don't even need to, because it's right here. Yeah, I still find it interesting they made the Lego Force Awakens and then, like, went on to make... I'm gonna block the line, sorry guys. Then went on to make the Skywalker Saga game. I was like, well, you could have just... I suppose they were quite far apart though, in fairness. But I want more... I want, like, a Marvel Infinity Saga game. Where they do, like, the entire Marvel story up to Infinity War. I think that would be cool. But also, like, DC. I want some more, like, DC games. Not Batman games. DC games. Because as much as DC... Lego Batman 3 was kind of a Lego DC game. Because it was beyond Gotham and it was a lot of things. It still focused quite a lot on Batman. And I would just like a bit more. What's that done? Help me in any way at all? It says it has because there's a mini kit above me. Do I need to build? Oh, it's a totem, isn't it? You build the totem and then you can like use the poison ivy thing to get up to it. There we go. But I'm still holding out hope for a DLC pack of... I mean, it won't come. But actually, no. On the, like, point of DLC packs, I've always wanted a extra for LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean. Where they, in the same style, and just, like, try their best to kind of keep it as close to the original LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean. I want a Salazar's Revenge or Dead Men Tell No Tales pack. Because they have 4 films. They have the first 4, so they've got Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, At World's End, and I don't need to do that. And that other one, on Stranger Tides, they have all of them, but they don't have a Dead Men Tell No Tales world, which is just a shame because I think that would be fun. Even though the film was fairly crap, you know, I'm not going to pretend like the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean film wasn't shite. It would still be fun to play. But DLC packs, I really hope they make some DLC packs for the TV shows and extra parts of Star Wars in Skywalker Saga, like Clone Wars, everything. Like Clone Wars is finished, they could do that. Same with Rebels, same with Rogue One, Solo, all of those things. I think they could do DLC packs for. I understand why they wouldn't for Mandalorian right now, and like Bad Batch and things like that, because oh shit. That's instantly progressed me. There was definitely one more minikit out there. Well, we've got 8, and there are none in here. Which means there's one out there. So we'll have to go back and redo it. Because, you know, like, those things aren't finished. Like, Mandalorian isn't finished. Book of Boba Fett might not be finished. I don't know if they're going to do a second season after the negative reception it got. And the same for Kenobi. I think I would like to see a second season of Kenobi, especially with the cameo we saw at the end. I don't know if they would do one, though, because it's kind of... it's run its course. Like, it's done its thing. But yeah, like, we've got the character packs, but that's kind of fucking lame. Like, you have an entire... you have entire other storylines that are incremental to the Skywalker Saga. Like, so many of the things that happen in Rebels is important to the story. The same for, like, Rogue One and Solo are... well, Solo is less important. It's kind of just a backstory. Kenobi's, I would argue, is pretty important. But, like, there's so many things that are just important that were not included in the game that I feel like if you want to claim this is the Skywalker Saga, then you need these. Anything post Rise of Skywalker, fair enough, because that's not part of the Skywalker Saga. Like, there's talks of a new trilogy, or not like a trilogy, but like 3 new films, all of following their own kind of thing. And as regardless of what you think of them, because obviously there are a lot of complaints about the fact that we haven't got like an Old Republic following like what's his name? Darth Revan, or like old, you know, just generally the older stories that would be incredible to watch live action. Regardless of what you think of that, they are like just thinking about doing a well, no, they're not thinking. I think they are doing a another film with Rey about establishing a new Jedi Order. Which, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, as a storyline, like, I think there are better stories they could do. But overall, it's like, you know, that's fair if they didn't include that. Or they decided not to make a DLC pack for that because it's not part of the Skywalker Saga. It's happens afterwards. I still think if I were them, I would, because it saves them having to make a whole new game just for like the new the new parts of the story, like anything that happens in that. Because obviously, for the sake of bringing it all together, you'd want to include them in a game somewhere. So I think it would probably be the best decision to include them as a DLC in the future. Same as it would be to do like the Old Republic if they did something like that. Just bring it all together into one game and just keep that as like the game, like the new Star Wars game that's being updated with DLC and stuff like that frequently. But yeah, that's what I would do. But I'm not TT Games or, you know, whoever is in charge of LEGO Games now. That's not my business. But yeah, that probably takes cake as my longest stream ever. Going in at just shy of 4 hours. I'm going to have so much fun editing this down. But thank you all so much for coming and hanging out for a bit. I'm sorry that I have just ranted for about probably close to an hour and a half now about TV shows, games, movies, etc. In a day, it's a stream. So I'm not too worried about talking about those things as opposed to the game. We haven't quite managed 70-80%, and I've just realised that this is going to work out perfectly because I didn't go and buy the extras. So if we go buy them, that should put us over the edge and leave us on 80%, just about. If we end on 79.9%, I'm going to cry. I'm going to have to find something else to do just to reach that 80%. But I think these two, plus Area Effect and Fast Grapple, which we already had, that's got to be enough to put us over into the 80% bracket. And it is. We are sat at exactly 80%. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please follow. Notifications, go to the YouTube channel where you can catch up on previous episodes. Yeah, I will see you guys when I see you.